According to a report in FY20, India has again topped the annual list of cities in the world with worst air quality. I don't know about the credibilities of this number, but one thing I know is that the pollution level in India is worse, and it is getting worse day by day. Now the question is, what can be done about this? Of course, we can't stop the vehicle. But one thing that can be done is replacement of petrol diesel with more cleaner fuel, that is natural gas. Indian cities can no longer afford to have vehicles releasing this high level of carbon dioxide, and it has become critical for more and more private vehicle owners to switch to natural gas for cleaner fuel. And that creates huge demand for gas distribution in the country. Not only this, there's an increased usage of piped natural gas, that is PNG. Hello everyone, my name is Sahil and this is my Personal Finance Academy where I explain everything about money management in layman's language. Welcome to the 7th episode of Stock Comparison Series where we will compare the top companies in the gas distribution sector in India. We will start with understanding what is natural gas and type of natural gas. Then we will understand the natural gas sector in India, key companies in this sector. Then we will briefly discuss about IGL, that is Indraprasth Gas, MGL, that is Mahanagar Gas, Gujarat Gas and Adani Gas. Finally, we will do a financial comparison of each of these 4 companies on market size, stock return, growth ratios, profitability ratios, debt to equity and valuation. Alright, let's get started. So natural gas is a fossil fuel, but it is cleaner and more efficient than other traditional fuels like coal and oil. Natural gas produces less pollution and greenhouse gases than its counterparts. For example, when natural gas is burned, it produces 45% less carbon dioxide than coal, 30% less carbon dioxide than oil and 15% less than wood. There are 2 types of natural gas. First is CNG, that is compressed natural gas. It has usage in automobile like auto, car, etc. And second is PNG, that is piped natural gas, which has usage across domestic household consumption as well as commercial and industrial use. Now before we even compare the companies in the gas distribution sector, we will understand more about this natural gas sector. India has high potential of gas demand and is expected to be one of the largest consumer of natural gas globally. Currently, natural gas contributes only 6.2% in entire energy consumption in India. But Indian government is keen on increasing this natural gas consumption to 15% by 2030 to cut down the carbon emission in the country. Investment worth billions of dollars has been made to increase natural gas consumption. India's natural gas demand is set to grow at a CAGR of 8% and the Indian government is trying to increase the access to gas to about 70% of the population by 2025. Friends, there is a huge demand of natural gas and pipeline infrastructure has been built around and is set to grow 4 times the current level by 2025. CNG situation are going to increase 3 times of current level by 2025. Indian gas regulator PNGRB has granted license to 136 geography in the past 2 years, which will help sustain higher city gas volume over the next decade. In fact, in the latest budget of 2021, Finance Minister has declared that government will add 100 more districts to the gas distribution network in the next 3 years. Approximately 76% of the CNG station and around 80 to 90% of the PNG connection are concentrated in Delhi, Gujarat and Maharashtra. Friends, please be clear that here we are only talking about gas distribution companies. We are not talking about gas producer. So IGL, MGL, Gujarat Gas and Adani Gas are CGD players, that is city gas distributors. Their task is to distribute the CNG and PNG gas across the city network for domestic and industrial use as well as for vehicles by building a distribution network. Established in 1995, Mahanagar Gas Limited is a joint venture between GAIL, that is GAIL, BG Group and Government of Maharashtra. Over the past 26 years, MGL has established a firm presence where MGL connects with 1.2 million households as well as over 4,000 small and commercial and industrial establishments in the Greater Mumbai gas distribution business, where it enjoys a monopoly. Its growth is driven primarily by CNG category, which currently drives 70 to 75% of its revenue. The company also supplies PNG to industrial, commercial and residential domestic segment. MGL is planning to expand its gas distribution network in the existing Mumbai region as well as surrounding region and currently expanding in Raigad district. Indraprasth Gas was set up in 1998 by GAIL, BPCL and the Government of Delhi. IGL is the exclusive distributor of CNG and PNG in the National Capital Territory of Delhi, with CNG constituting 74% of company's total sales volume in FY19. Going forward, IGL has sizable expansion plan in NCT region as well as expanding its presence in NCR, as well as other geographical areas such as Haryana, Rajasthan and UP. Established in 1980, Gujarat Gas is India's largest gas distributor network with 25 licenses spread across 42 districts in 6 states and 1 union territory across the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, MP and Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Incorporated in 2005, Adani Gas is involved in the marketing and distribution of natural gas. Adani Gas currently supplies piped natural gas to industrial, commercial, domestic customers and compressed natural gas to the transport sector in the area of Ahmedabad, Vadodara and Faridabad. It has also recently started its operation in Khujra and has also set up piping infrastructure in city of Udaipur, Jaipur, Noida and Lucknow. If you look at the market cap, Indraprasth Gas has a market cap of 36,000 crore. Mahanagar Gas has a market cap of 11,460 crore. Gujarat Gas has a market cap of 35,190 crore and Adani Gas has a market cap of 1,770 crore. So in terms of market cap, Adani Gas is number 1, Indraprasth Gas is number 2, which is followed with Gujarat Gas as 3rd position and Mahanagar Gas is at 4th position. If you look at the stock return in last 5 years, Indraprasth Gas share has zoomed from Rs 112 in April 16 to current level of 502 in CAGR of 35%. Mahanagar Gas share has jumped from Rs 520 in July 16 to currently at 1132 at a CAGR of 19%. Gujarat Gas share has jumped from Rs 108 in April 16 to currently at 506 at a CAGR of 36%. Adani Total Gas recently had its IPO in November 18 at a price band of Rs 72. Since then, it has zoomed to the current level of Rs 900 at an insane CAGR of 175%. So in terms of return in last 5 years, number 1 stock is Gujarat Gas and Indraprasth Gas and then Mahanagar Gas. We can't compare Adani Gas as it has recently debuted in November 18. However, it has given bumper return since its listing. If you look at the revenue in last 5 years, Indraprasth revenue has increased from Rs 3,686 crore in March 16 to currently at 4,943 crore by December 20. Mahanagar Gas revenue have increased from Rs 2,078 crore to currently at 2,121 crore by December 20. Gujarat Gas revenue has increased from Rs 6,100 crore in March 16 to 6,552 crore by December 20. Adani Gas revenue has increased from 1,129 crore in March 16 to currently at 1,573 crore by December 20. As per the latest revenue figure, Gujarat Gas is number 1, Indraprasth Gas is number 2, Mahanagar Gas is number 3 and Adani Gas is at number 4. In terms of revenue growth since March 16, Indraprasth revenue have grown at a CAGR of 6.37%, Mahanagar Gas revenue has been stagnant at a CAGR of 0.43%, Gujarat Gas revenue have grown at 1.49% and Adani Gas revenue have grown at CAGR of 7.23%. So in terms of revenue growth, Adani Gas is number 1, Indraprasth is number 2, followed with Gujarat Gas and then Mahanagar Gas. This lower growth in revenue is also due to COVID. If you look at the profit since March 16, Indraprasth's profits have increased from 458 crore to currently at 1088 crore by December 20. Mahanagar Gas profits have increased from 311 crore to currently at 573 crore by December 20. Gujarat Gas profits have increased from 188 crore to rupees 925 crore by December 20. Adani Gas profits have increased from 81 crore to currently at 440 crore. As per the latest profit figure, Indraprasth Gas is number 1, Gujarat Gas is number 2, which is followed with Mahanagar Gas at number 3 and Adani Gas at number 4. In terms of profit growth since March 16, Indraprasth profits have grown at a CAGR of around 20%. Mahanagar Gas profits have grown at a CAGR of 13.7%, Gujarat Gas profit have grown at a CAGR of around 40%, and Adani Gas profits have zoomed at a CAGR of 42.8%. So in terms of profit growth, Adani Gas is number 1, Gujarat Gas is number 2, followed with Indraprasth at number 3 and Mahanagar Gas at number 4. If you look at the return on equity, Indraprasth's latest ROE for December 20 stood at 23.3%. Mahanagar Gas ROE is 26.9%, Gujarat Gas ROE stood at 36.2% and Adani Gas ROE stood at 29.6%. So Gujarat Gas is number 1 in terms of ROE, Adani Gas is number 2, it is followed with Mahanagar Gas at number 3 and Indraprasth Gas at number 4th position. Please note that all 4 companies have good ROE. If you look at the return on capital employed, Indraprasth's latest ROCE for December 20 stood at 28.68%, Mahanagar Gas ROCE is 32.8%, Gujarat Gas ROCE is 27.57% and Adani Gas ROCE is 25.45%. So Mahanagar Gas is number 1 in terms of ROCE, Indraprasth is number 2, followed with Gujarat Gas at number 3 and Adani Gas at 4th position. But folks, all 4 companies have given excellent ROCE of about 20%. If you look at the latest debt to equity ratio, Indraprasth's debt to equity is 0.02, which is almost debt free. Mahanagar Gas also has negligible debt to equity of 0.02. Gujarat Gas has very low debt to equity of 0.56. Adani Gas has debt to equity of 0.27. So all 4 companies are comfortably placed in terms of their debt to equity ratio. If you look at the promoter shareholding, Indraprasth's promoter shareholding for December 20 is 45%, Mahanagar Gas promoter shareholding is 32.5%, Gujarat Gas promoter shareholding is 60.89% and Adani Gas promoter shareholding stood at 74.8%. So all 4 companies have good amount of shareholding from promoters, which shows the trust of promoter in the company. If you look at the valuation, Indraprasth share is currently trading at Rs 502 at a P ratio of 32, whereas its median P is around 30. That makes Indraprasth fairly valued at current levels. Mahanagar Gas share is trading at around 1130 at a P ratio of 20, whereas its median P in 3 to 5 years is around 18. It means Mahanagar Gas is currently trading at fair valuation. Gujarat Gas is currently trading at 506 at a P of 30, whereas its median P is 34, which makes Gujarat Gas slightly undervalued. Adani Gas is currently trading at Rs 900 at a P ratio of 217. That makes Adani Gas an extremely overvalued stock. Overall, if we conclude in terms of market cap, Adani Gas is number 1, followed with Indraprasth Gas and then Gujarat Gas and then Mahanagar Gas. In terms of stock return in last 5 years, Gujarat Gas and Indraprasth Gas is number 1, followed with Mahanagar Gas. Adani Gas can't be compared as it was listed in November 18, however it has given a bumper return since its IPO. In terms of revenue size, Gujarat Gas is number 1, followed with Indraprasth and then Mahanagar and then Adani. In terms of revenue growth in last 5 years, Adani Gas is number 1, followed with Indraprasth and then Gujarat Gas and then Mahanagar Gas. In terms of profit size, Indraprasth Gas is number 1, followed with Gujarat Gas, Mahanagar Gas and then Adani Gas. In terms of profit growth, Adani Gas is number 1, followed with Gujarat Gas, then Indraprasth Gas and then Mahanagar Gas. So Adani Gas is the fastest growing company in terms of profit growth. In terms of latest ROE, Gujarat Gas is number 1, followed with Adani Gas, then Mahanagar Gas and then Indraprasth Gas. In terms of latest ROCE, Mahanagar Gas is number 1, followed with Indraprasth Gas, Gujarat Gas and then Adani Gas. Although all 4 companies have good profitability. Finally, in terms of valuation, Indraprasth Gas and Mahanagar Gas are looking fairly valued. Gujarat Gas is looking undervalued and Adani Gas is looking extremely overvalued. So this is my analysis of gas distribution companies in India. If you ask me, I like Indraprasth Gas, Mahanagar Gas and Gujarat Gas as they are currently available at attractive valuation. Do you hold any of these stock? Let me know in the comments. I will see you with another video. Till then, take care.